Anyway,
And moving right along.
so let's get back to the parabens and the breasts. So when they do the biopsies of breast tumors, what they find is they are 99% paraben. Ooh, very scary because parabens are in most of your toiletries. And it's just like with the bisphenol A, bisphenol S. It is the paraben and all of its different variations that is the problem. This is causing breast cancer. It's not the BRCA1 or the BRCA2 gene. If it were, then places like the National Cancer Institute would not have on their website stating that even if you have this variant or this mutation in your body does not mean that you're going to come down with breast cancer, nor does it mean if anyone in your family has a BRCA1 or BRCA2 gene variation or mutation that you will become subject to it. And here is something incredible. We were watching a movie the other day. It was it just came out. It's like, Hollywood movie, and they were talking about mastectomy. And this woman just says, "Well, I just had a double mastectomy just in case, because you never know. So if I get rid of both of them, I don't have to worry about breast cancer." And I did one of those palm slap to the forehead. Like, oh, it's in the movies too. They're conditioning everyone. So there was a study that was done in New York State by the Department of Health, and this was last year, and it was also in conjunction with the Department of the Environmental Health Services and the University of New York in Albany. And they found an alarmingly high amount of parabens in the food that they studied. Now, they randomly went to grocery stores and just started picking food off the shelves: produce, fruits and vegetables, processed foods, meats and cheeses. They just randomly picked out stuff, including um, uh, juices, soft drinks, seafood, chicken, vegetables, fruits, breads, baked goods, anything. And they discovered that there were deadly deadly high levels of paraben in everything that they looked at. And what shocked them was the fruits and the vegetables. I don't know, and they didn't know in the study. They suggested there needs to be further research into why parabens are showing up in on our produce, on fruits and vegetables. What is it that they're spraying or that they're dosing these fruits and vegetables in that is putting the parabens in them? So you're eating this and ingesting it into your body, and then or you're washing it into your daughter's hair, and then when she comes to you at 42 and says, "Mom, I have breast cancer," you don't think back to the apple that you gave her from the grocery store or the Johnson & Johnson baby shampoo that you scrubbed into her hair. Just doesn't click and register. But it's these parabens over time, which is cumulative. They register and clump together and create breast cancer. And so it's not the reason, it's the that we're being told. It's not medical, it's not genetic, it's the food, it's the products that we're being sold that have these chemicals in it. And I know that we hear about that all the time. We hear about it in infinitum. So we become immune to it or numb to it. Oh, yeah, I know they're spiking the food and the drink. Yeah, it's terrible. No, really. There is and I hate to use the word epidemic because it sounds like an alarmist, but there's a rising amount of people coming down with breast cancer, men and women. And what are we doing that's so different than the generation before us, and so much more different, like between night and day difference between two generations? What's so different that I'm doing that my grandmother did? It's because I am eating and drinking and bathing and using chemicals constantly. And so after amount of time, it accumulates in my body and causes disease.